Assalamu alaikum ji, welcome back to Evolve at 5, and today I'll be discussing about relationship and facial profiling. How we can use our power of facial analysis to improve the quality of relationship, and again just to justify or clarify that it's about interacting with people, and we are focusing on the eyes. So if we have an interaction with a person who has very large eyes, um, they will be having difficulty communication because they are not that focused. uh, they'll be beating about the bush. They'll be talking about different things at different time because of that inherent interpretation that we have done from the eyes. So you need to understand that thing when a person with very large eyes is going to talk about a significant important thing which has implications in relationship, which needs a lot of focus. So you'll be knowing that this person having large eyes is going to be maybe talk about the thing that is the point of focus, 20-25% of the thing of the discussion. Rest of the things he'll be or she'll be just beating about the bush. She'll just try to or he'll should just try to be deviating from the normal thing that needs to be focused there and then. So because in relationship, communication is the master emotion or the strength that we need to understand. And from the size of the eyes, you can really appreciate that the discussion is going to go off track because of that inherent potential, which has a negative aspect also. Last time we discussed what are the benefits of having larger eyes. They have good function, they are more creative, they are more innovative. But over here you need to realize the challenge that they face, that if when it comes to relationship, when it comes to communication, uh, it will be difficult for such people with larger eyes to be on that single track. So that's that inherent drawback or the challenge that they face. Contrary to that, who has smaller eyes, and we are into a hard talk or a challenging discussion or interaction, they'll be much more focused. They are going to use less of your time. They are going to be very analytical. They are going to be very specific because you can interpret and identify that from that facial feature, that is the smaller eye size. The curiosity, the analysis, that will give them that focus. So the thing to understand over here is, again, and every now and then I'm just clarifying that this is not to judge people, that is to improve the level of interaction with our own selves. When it comes to self-awareness, what sort of eyes I have, are they smaller or are they larger? And then apply, after being self-aware, you can apply it to your personal life and professional life. So just to quote an example, if I have a student who has a large eyes and I'm taking an exam or I'm asking about his or her performance, I'll be expecting, based upon his own eyes, if we are specifically talking about the size of the eye, that he or she is going to tell me maybe 20-30% of what I want information from him or her. Whereas he or she will be blaming, putting things on other side, talking about the organizational deficiencies, which were the reason for not achieving his or her goals. Contrary to that, if I have a student who has small eyes, he or she is just going to be very focused. He or she is going to just pinpoint those things. Okay, if this was the situation, given situation, what were the reasons for failure? What were the reasons for not achieving the goals? What were the reasons for not being very good in the department? So this is how you use the power of facial profiling to improve your relationships, to improve your communication, be it your students, be it your patients, be it your relationships, when it comes to your spouse, your kids, your parents. Another thing just like to re-emphasize is the power of countenance, because everything over here in facial profiling is done under countenance. You know that how it is related, what's the overall facial shape, what's the right and left side of the face. And when we dive deep down into specific facial features, there we are cross-checking, verifying our initial reads. And that is how countenance comes into play. That was what I meant in the early sessions, that if you see a person with a jolly face and he has small eyes, you should not be labeling them that he is a critical person, he cannot think good. No, it has to be in countenance. If a person has small eyes and a large T1, he will predominantly be an analytical thinker. And you don't only specify it like this. Once you know all the facial elements and you know what their attributes and traits are, then with experience you get this thing, and you can apply that to self-awareness, you can apply it to relationship, you can apply it to your HR management, you can apply it to your business, wherever you want to apply it, teaching, you name it, and you can apply it there. So that's for today. If you have any questions, if you want to have your face profile, I do that professionally. If you want a team training, that's also an option. You have my number down there. You can always contact. Stay safe. Join us. Allah Hafiz.